Hey guys, ever since the horrible and unjust execution of Ned Stark in the 9th episode of the very first season of Game of Thrones, fans have been wondering why Ned did not demand a trial by combat to at least try to avoid a death sentence. A trial by combat is a method to settle accusations in which two parties in dispute fight in single combat. The victorious party is held to have had his or her case judged fairly by the gods and has proven their innocence in the eyes of the gods. Long story short, if the accused party is victorious, they are cleared of all charges, but if the accused or their champion is defeated, however, then they are considered guilty and condemned to death. In the words of Tyrion Lannister, a trial by combat decides a man's guilt or innocence in the eyes of the gods by having two other men hack each other to pieces. The first rule of a trial by combat is that only high-born noblemen have the right to request it, in the other words, small folk do not possess this right. As we all know, Eddard Stark was the head of House Stark, the Lord of Winterfell, Lord Paramount and Warden of the North. In other words, he was a high-born nobleman with the right to request this kind of trial. Let me also say that if a highborn, which Ned certainly was, is accused of a crime at any point during the trial held by the local lord, he can demand his right to a trial by combat. This right is held to be so inviolable that even a lord or the royal family that is fully convinced that the accused should die would be hesitant to simply deny such a request if made in public, so why Ned did not demand the same? Let's firstly exclude the fact of Ned being gravely injured, since the accused may ask for a champion to represent them, just like Tyrion did twice. The main reason why Ned did not but also could not demand a trial by combat is because, unlike Tyrion, Ned had already confessed his guilt in front of everyone. As we'll remember, Ned was promised that if he would plead guilty, the Lannisters would keep his daughter Sansa safe, and he on the other hand would be exiled to the Night's Watch to live the rest of his life on the Wall. There never was a trial since Eddard confessed to save his daughter, and therefore a trial by combat could never happen. Once Ned confessed, his guilt was established and he could no longer demand a trial of this kind, nor of any other kind. But then there's another question that brings us at the very beginning, way before Ned had confessed. Why did Ned just accept a deal in which he was a traitor instead of demanding a trial by combat? True, he accepted it for the sake of his daughter and family, but what life could and did for that matter since having the city ruled over by the Lannisters, living with Joffrey and Cersei as a daughter of a traitor, regardless of Ned being alive and well on the Wall as planned, or executed on the steps of the Great Sept of Baelor. Point being, why not take a chance and try to prove your innocence in a trial by combat that would give him and his daughter a chance to avoid any punishment? This is why many fans are wondering if Ned made a good decision by blindly accepting Varys' promise. There's however another fact that seems to be an answer to this question. Trial by combat is the fate of the Seventh Tradition, while Ned on the other hand worshipped the old gods of the forest. In conclusion, even if Ned did not confess, he still most probably would not demand a trial by combat. And as always, let me know your opinion about all of this in the comment section down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.